All right, Tim. Let's talk about your Roofnest. We've got two models that we're going to be looking at in this video. So we've got the Condor and the Sparrow, which is brand new. So we'll get to that at the end of this video, and we're going to do a demonstration. But before we do all that, tell me how you got in the Roofnest business.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a funny story. I was in Boulder, you know, and wanting to build up an adventure rig, and I was not, didn't have a ton of excess cash, so I was kind of doing it on the cheap, and I decided that a Chevy Astro van would be the platform, and so I got one for like $2,500 bucks, 100,000 miles. It was a great deal. Jacked it up, put some, you know, extra leaf springs, etc., and started building out the inside. And I have a buddy over in Chamonix, France. I spend a lot of time over there skiing and biking and stuff. And he had a some other kind of hard shell rooftop tent, which I always thought was cool. And so I was like, that's what I'm going to get for the van. And I couldn't find them for less than $5,000. This is like 4 years ago. And it just, you know, they weren't widely available and everything. And I had done a bunch of manufacturing and stuff like that in China for the bike industry, frames and pedals and stuff like that. And so I was like, oh, well, I wonder if there's manufacturing in China. Looked into it. Alibaba mess, you know, and then, but basically formed a relationship with a factory there and got two tents made kind of to some of my specifications, got them over. I put an ad on Craigslist just to see like, oh, could this be like something other people want? And got some responses, but didn't think much of it. Used the tent for a couple months, and then I got an email from a guy who was like, hey, do you still have any of those left? And I was like, oh yeah, I have a demo model, you know, it's unbranded, but you know, I could let it go for $2,000. And he said, oh, it sounds great. So I met him, and he was from Grand Junction. I met him in the Copper Mountain parking lot after a ski day, and popped the tent off my van and onto his 4Runner, and he gave me $2,000 cash, and I was like, this is a business, you know, I can make this work. So I quickly went home and built the website, came up with the name, got some branding and stuff like that, and maxed out 2 credit cards to order 12 tents. And then it was kind of off to the races, you know. It just grew for a while organically with just me kind of selling through Craigslist and Facebook, and then it just blew up more and more. I started better relationships with better factories that were unique to me, you know, where we worked together to specify, design a tent, and had to start hiring people, and it just, took off. And now we're, you know, we have 5 models of tent, and
So let's take a step back, and for those of you guys who aren't familiar with Roofnest or rooftop tents, let's talk about basically 3 different kinds of roof tents, right? There's a soft tent, which is basically a tent that is like a regular tent that you have on the ground, except that it lives on the top of your vehicle. And a lot of those are clamshell, right? They open up like this. Yeah,
they have big kind of vinyl covers that you have to pull off and then fold out and essentially set up.
And the biggest problem with them is they've got these covers that are a pain in the butt to take off and put back on, especially if it's raining.
Yes, or windy.
And then of course we get these plastic hard top tents. We'll take a look at those, right? And then there are of course pop-up tents too, right? So what problems do you think that you solved that led to your success?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me when I wanted a tent was convenience and comfort and weather protection, you know, and I just didn't want to have a big giant box on top of my vehicle driving around. And so these tents solve that problem. You can design the shells to have functionality or aerodynamic shape and stuff like that, and then because they're hard shells, and especially this one, they pop right up and open very quickly, which was super important to me.
Let's talk about weight. Let's start with the Condor. How much does the Condor weigh?
This weighs about 130 pounds.
Okay, so it's not light. You probably need 2 people to get it up. 2
people to lift it for sure.
All right, and let's pop it open and let's show them what makes it special.
So the nice thing is it's opens quite easily. That's what we want, is the convenience. So this one's a hard shell fold-out tent. So you pop the shell. We've got this bungee strap that helps tuck in the material when you want to close it, and then we've got the ladder here. Whoa, hey.
I like how you incorporated the ladder right into it.
Yeah, and then your tent's set up. You basically, we've got poles that lift this up, and if you want to get in here, you can check out the inside. It's a foam mattress with a waterproof cover. It's about 2.5 inches thick. It's a very comfy mattress.
And what is this tent rated in terms of temperature and number of occupants? So how many people can sleep in it?
This one's 60 inches wide by about 6'8".
Yep.
And so 2 adults, no problem. 2 adults and a kid, no problem. And then 2 adults and 2 dogs, no problem.
And then you have a window?
Yep, you have windows on each side. So you also have a skylight in there.
Yeah, that's cool, yeah. Look at that.
waterproof skylight.
Yeah. What do you think to set it up? Maybe 5 minutes, if that much?
I mean, to set up everything, 5 minutes. You know, to have all your windows out and everything like that. But if it's, the beauty of these tents is you're driving down the highway, it's 10:30, you're getting sleepy. You just find a place to park. You can be sleeping inside the thing in 2 minutes. I mean, you literally don't have to do any of this. I've done this. I went down to Taos like a couple months ago and just pulled off on some ranch exit and crashed because it was 11:30. I wasn't going to make it all the way.
So how did you solve the mounting problem? Because obviously different cars have different roof rack systems, right? There are different manufacturers of roof rack systems. Like one of the mistakes we initially made when we had one of our tents was it was a Yakima tent, and the Yakima set to mount it on Yakima racks. And the problem with that is it just raised the thing up another maybe foot above the roof of the car. So now you've got this big tent that's also sitting a foot above the roof. So how do you deal with actually fitting it on a Subaru, fitting it on a Volkswagen?
Well, almost every car is different, like you said, different manufacturers, and they have different roof types and rack systems, but all we need is 2 crossbars. So you need a little clearance underneath to tighten the hardware. Other than that, 2 crossbars, you mount any tent to it.
So
people put them on, we've had them on side-by-sides. It's a crazy idea.
Sloped, aren't
little
they?
slope, and you just park on a rock like that. I've got them on boats. I've got them on, obviously all kinds of cars. People put them on trailers a lot too, either teardrop style or like a gear hauler type trailer.
On the back,
where it
so you have
kind of creates cover for your gear and stuff. So this Sparrow is a pop-up tent. It pops straight up. We also have a tent that's just this same look, except it pops up like a clamshell. And then we've got a bigger version of this.
All right, so this is the brand new one, right?
Yeah, this is the brand new one.
Okay, so this one seems pretty big. So this is, for mid-size station wagon. Right?
This is good for a Subaru, small,
Outback,
medium-sized car. We got a lot of Outbacks and Subaru combos.
I figured,
Popular combo.
Might be also fit on a cross track, right?
Oh, absolutely. We got a lot. So we have a bigger version of this that we're actually debating what to name it, either the Sparrow XL or right now we call it the Eagle, the big brother of this tent. And it's about 10 inches wider, so it's trucks, vans, bigger vehicles, bigger SUVs.
So it starts at about $3,000. How much is this guy?
$2,900.
Oh, so even less.
A little less. And then the bigger version's $200 more. $3,100.
All right. Well, let's pop this one.
So this one's cool. So we've got these metal latches. They're pretty quick. You can see here. I don't know if you can see that, but we included a gasket there to make it waterproof when it's closed.
Oh, that is easy.
And then.
Do you have struts in there? Okay.
So that tent's set up. You're ready to go to bed. So we've got a skirt down here just to
make it look nice and neat.
Everything. And then I have a ladder in here. You can get up and
you're good to go.
And this has got a 3-inch thick mattress, even thicker mattress. And we've also got, if you can see in there, we've got a anti-condensation mat that we include in every tent.
That's nice. I see you've got like a net up top to store stuff in.
Net to store stuff. One of the improvements to this tent was it's 4 inches higher on the inside than our old tents.
So and a little bit more headroom.
You could sit up in it, no problem. You can get them from all 4 sides, but we've got ladder mounts on all 3 sides. But we've got, awning poles you put up right in here and stretch it out, so you've got an awning on all 3 sides as well.
How do they do in the heat, in the cold? I mean, are they?
They're super insulated, so you've got obviously the mattress insulating the bottom. This is a 280 gram polyester cotton canvas, like wall tent material, so super insulating. It's thick, it doesn't blow around too much in the wind. The top's got insulation in it, as well as plastic and fiberglass, so They're pretty warm. We do sell an insulation package, but most don't need it.
And speaking of selling, if people want to go and check it out on your website, what's your website?
Roofnest.com.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy,
Yeah, exactly. And we ship from California, pretty much anywhere in the country. We can get you a tent in 3 to 7 days. And
what's the most popular one? What do people go for? What's
right
what's
now,
the best
our
seller?
most popular tent's what's called our Falcon.
Okay.
No, I don't have one here, but it's an aluminum clamshell tent, and it's really low profile. And it appeals a little more to the overlanding crowd because it's got these channels all around the outside that you can attach anything to: awnings, lights, shovel mounts, anything like that.
Okay, so if you want to go hardcore overlanding, the Falcon is the one.
Falcon's the one. It's definitely a great tent. We are a direct-to-consumer company, so we sell not through dealers or REI or anything like that. So our prices are a lot lower than our comparable. Cut out the middleman, and then we have really high-quality customer support. We sell to all of our customers, so
you might be on the phone when they call.
Yeah, no, I respond to support emails all the time.
All right, Tim. If people want to actually test drive one, are you going to be at any expos where they can go and try them?
Yeah, we're going to be at Overland West in Flagstaff with Honda. We have a partnership with Honda, so we'll have a bunch of Roofnests on some Hondas out there, and we'll also be at Overland Mountain West, which is in Loveland in August. Here, a new one here in Colorado.
Well, there you have it, guys. If you want the Roofnest for your vehicle and you want to test drive it, go on out to Flagstaff in a few months, or a little bit later this summer, come out to Colorado, and I'm sure you can check it out personally. Well, Tim, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This has been really interesting.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that you give us a walk around of the tent. And guys, remember, go back to TFL Car, Truck, Off-Road for more news, views, and of course, real world Roofnest reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao.
Thanks.